actually want to ask you guys a question here. Maybe you can answer this, Jesse. Do you think that the mainstream audience would like to hear something like Rebirth? Why would they like to hear that over something like Meet Me in the Sky that we were all feeling? So if anyone wants to comment on that.
I'll say something real quick. Because people on the radio, they're gonna be like, dude, don't nobody want to sound like Bone. Don't nobody want to act like Bone. We're the fam. We're the only ones that really can relate to it. People on the radio, they're gonna be like, no. Because if Lil Wayne came out with some shit like that, everybody would sound like Lil Wayne. I'm gonna be like, no, I don't. Sorry. So that's just what I think. I don't think it should be a single, and I don't think it should be on the radio. It should be for the fan family.
That's a legit critique right there. Does anybody else have anything to say?
I just want to say I don't think this would make a good radio single. I think the music should speak for itself. They shouldn't be out there saying everybody want to sound like them. I think they already proved that. I don't think people really want to hear that. I mean, when you're socializing, having a good time, let's turn on the radio and everybody want to sound like okay. Yeah, I think it's more of a Bone fan type of song. We really appreciate the song, really love the song, don't get me wrong. But I just don't think it's for the masses. It's just something for us Bone fans to enjoy, and I think that's why they did it.
Well said.
I just respectfully disagree with you two. Like, when I hear this song, I kind of like want to hold up a flag that says Bone and just kind of like walk down the street. And I think like people hearing this song, they might just look at it and then like start to investigate. Do people really want to sound like Bone? Like, have Bone really been around since freaking '93? You know? And I don't. There's probably a lot of people out there, Lil Wayne fans, that don't like realize that Bone's been around this long and they've been changing the game this long. But Nick, I got a question for you.
What's your question first? Yeah, and I'll put some input on this too. What's going on?
I mean, you said that this is a radio edit, but I mean, are they going to go back and record like clean versions of the verses, or is it just going to have a bunch of holes in it? Because that kills a radio edit, in my opinion.
I understand what you're saying. No, they're just going to shorten some things here and there, shorten the beat and stuff just to make sure it chops right. But at the same time, as many of you have said, we completely agree with a lot of your input. Bob and I have sat in meetings, talked about this song in particular and how it relates to all the fan family. And everything you're saying right now, we completely agree with. We don't necessarily see it as a huge radio song because of what it's saying, because of that, and it's a great song for the fan family, and we really agree with most of what everybody's saying. You know, some of you have asked for radio for this to be on the radio, so we've tried to give you that as well by giving you a radio edit, but at the same time we agree this is probably best for the fan family because that's who is going to be the core audience that it will enjoy and listen to this song.
Well said. Well said.
So you guys write down your critiques on that. That was the radio version of Rebirth. We got one more here, Patrick. Yeah. You guys, right here, Think Tank 5 is a very historic event. This is the last Think Tank of the decade here. Ending off. Yeah, that's right. And basically, we need to hear exactly what you guys are saying.
I think the Rebirth thing is done with. Everyone's said their opinion, so that's good. But I don't know if we're going to go to the next one yet. I just wanted to say something I think is very important for the song before that, Cradle to the Grave. I think it was perfect. It had so much energy from all members. And Resurrection was good with Flesh, Lazy, and Busy holding it down for the most part. Crazy was absent a lot on it. But this song, I think, is so powerful, Cradle to the Grave, that all four of them do well, but it needs Crazy. And I don't think it's going to be the same. And, you know, I just feel like hearing it, I'm just waiting for Crazy to Bone to come in. I don't know if there's another version of it with Crazy on it, but I really think that he should get on the track if there's time for him to record on this song, because the song is very strong and it needs all five on it. So I just think Crazy should be on that song.
Patrick, Mia had a good point on the Rebirth. Seriously, she had a good point. That she just said to her now in my ear. Okay. She had a good point. Say it.
Okay, I was saying that I think the Rebirth song would be good on the radio if it came out a little later after some of their other songs came out first. You know, so that way you know, because then people are going to catch on to Bone, they're going to hear them, and then when they start hearing Rebirth, they're going to think, okay, well, they've been around since '93, you know, older school, okay, maybe these other rappers are trying to sound like them and have taken some of their input in their songs and their style. So I think if it came out a little later, then it would be a major hit.
Yes. Not a major hit, but
Can we
that's
get a
a
couple
very
more,
good point that you said.
we're back here.
Yeah, like what I hear from that song is like Bone's like battling. They're like, you know, this is what we are. This is who we are, and they're putting themselves out there and saying we're different from everybody else. And they're setting themselves apart in this song and showing what they do best. And I just think, you know, my personal opinion is you got to get that out there. You got to, you know, tell people, you know, how they're different and show them. And a song like that, I think, really helps to do that.
As a mass answer from you guys, I'm wondering, because when I hear that song, just as you just said, it sounds like a battle song. And I'm wondering if it would be considered a wrong term, like a slap in the face to everybody else that's in the industry when they say, you want to be like us. I'm just wondering how, I'm not stating my opinion, I'm just saying that, you know, on both sides of the fence, I can see it as, man, we influenced the whole game, and now it's like that, and I agree with that. But I can also see it because there's a lot of ignorant people out there that would say, oh, he's talking about me. Like, what I'm wondering, though, is as a mass, I'm just wondering, exactly.
If you get offended, they clearly be talking about you.
We got one back here.
I want to give my opinion on that song, if y'all don't mind.
Please do.
So, I think a lot of y'all were making valid points. I think that today's music that's successful really tells a story and represents the soundtrack of an artist's life. You look at the times that we live in right now, we're in a recession, a deep one. And I think that your messages have to be really, really important, heartfelt, and they got to connect when you're talking about on the mainstream level, because mainstream means everybody. So with respect to that song, I don't think it's a song that drives the masses to the album. You know, and some of you just said that it was a little cocky, a little self-centered, and I think that was accurate. So I think that's more of a core song that you put out there in the street for the fan family. We got a visual done to it, but like I said, I don't think that drives an album. That's just my opinion.
Very good opinion.
Thank you very much. Well, moving along here. Yes. One more critique in the back.
Thank you. I like the song Rebirth, and I feel that if anybody feels like they're being attacked, then that's their own confidence issues. Personally speaking, and it's a strength of Bone Thugs and Harmony music that drives people to it. You know, I appreciate other people's opinion. I did want to address the 7-minute song. I understand what you mean about the industry today, but I just wanted to put out there that Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven, 7-minute song, that is on the radio all the time. They broke through in the rock and roll genre, and Bone Thugs breaks through in the hip hop genre, so it can be done if it's backed properly.